Oh, London, flower of cities all, you'll spread yourself at the feet of a new arrival. That's a good start, by Jove. A web of bricks and mortar that Londoners have built.
His lordship took to the river. On a regal barge, commandeered for the purpose, he prepared for his triumphant entry into the heart of London.
I'll show that Sir Francis chap here what it's all about. This has been your city for close on 2,000 years, give or take a week. Your numbers have grown with it, and now you swarm like pigeons in Trafalgar Square. By Jove, I can write fruitier prose than that fellow Cavendish any day.
Cavendish, our chauffeur, was at this moment in slight trouble.
Yes, that fellow Cavendish never stopped gassing. Damn guidebook with legs. Jolly clever of me to put a spoke in his wheel.
What exactly do you mean?
Yeah, what? Well, Cavendish has met his match. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. London, yes. London, thou art the flower of cities all, gem of all joy, jasper of jocundity. By Jove, I got my tongue round that all right. They're playing my tune. But not everyone got a head for a coronet, you know.
King size.
Clothes maketh the belted earl. This would have had Cavendish touching his forelock oil. You can put the robes away now, my dear. Don't want any salt ruining them.
It's all right, my lord. Have it right in a jiffy. The fifth cylinder's proving a bit obstinate.
Oh, I bet that fool Cavendish is scratching his head.
Just what have you done?
Oh, dear. Well, you know, you know all those wires under the dashboard that connect with something or something else or whatever it is?
Yes?
Yes, well, they don't now. Couldn't stand the fella anymore. Self-opinionated oaf. Thought of himself as an equal.
It isn't the biggest river in the world, my lord. Far from it, indeed. As you'll see, its 200 miles or so of water have reflected the history of the Western world for more than 1,000 years. Romans, Saxons and Normans crossed its stream and camped along its banks to put down roots and grow within sight of its willows into the fabric of the life of England, my lord.
I suppose by now Cavendish has realised that he's been outwitted by a better man. You've got to be up damn early to trick me, you know.
I'd hardly call 11:30 early.
You'll go the way of Cavendish if you're not careful. He'll be dashed surprised, you know, when he reads about my London triumph in the Times. I'll bet the silly ass still thinks we're in the car.
Don't worry, my lord. We shall soon be on our way again shortly. Meanwhile, sir, perhaps you'd care to cast your eyes once again towards the river on your left. For this is the Thames, my lord, that flows towards the sunrise and the sea from the very centre of the heart of England.
Within 50 miles of its source, the fat, wide hills of the Cotswolds open up to the green meadowlands which reach up to the grey stone walls of Oxford. Ah, I think this must be it, my lord. This one must be causing the trouble. He's gone. Must have slipped away.
Okay, Captain. I'll take the wheel.
He'll be in Oxford by now. Even at this hour, he'll find some of the undergraduates waiting under Magdalen Tower. to hear the choir above them sing their Latin hymn. They've been doing that for some 460-odd years.
I say, don't we go to them to turn out at this time? Find it very touching, turning out for me like that. Even got that choir down from Luton. No expense spared, obviously.
His lordship will be oppressed by the antiquity of Oxford. But to be amazed that St. Edmund's Hall was founded 700 years ago, or that Edward the Black Prince studied at Queen's, would be to miss the whole point that what makes Oxford the most fascinating place in the whole world.
He'll find when he eventually arrives that Oxford is essentially a city for adventure of the mind, in which the development of penicillin went on comfortably side by side with Donish probings into classical antiquity.
My chum Lord Weasel, old Weasel, he went to Oxford. Yeah, he got a blue for snooker. Hasn't been done since.
As for the present generation, Oxford has no intention of joining the respectable academic dead, even if the studious young people have to wrestle with chained books in Merton Library.
By Jove, I always suspected those dark blues were a shifty lot. Even got the chairs screwed down, you know. I'm a Cambridge man, of course.
Of course. Our procession nosed its way upriver.
I must say we're getting on a damn sight better without that fellow Cavendish. His blasted commentaries of his sounded like a long-playing idiot.
He should be in Oxford before darkness. Tomorrow he'll proceed to Henley. The regatta there is not only the most famous of its kind in the world, but one of the oldest.
Henley. His lordship was a little put out.
I must say I'm gratified at the turnout, for they're cluttering the river up a bit. Hey, couple, they're swimming fully clothed.
You man down, you steaming bitch!
Yes, he's talking to you.
When he arrives at Henley, he'll see for himself that it's a fabulous occasion for all the thousands who flock there. There are those who come for the picnic, the persons who despise picnics, the sturdy traditionalists who've marked all the best hostilities on their itinerary for the day, and even, of course, those enthusiasts who come to watch the rowing.
Okay, Captain, I'll take the wheel. Oh, how delightful the river is at this time of the year. Yes, love. Good grief. What's that? It can't be. Damn it, it is. The scoundrel, he's picked up our scent. Damn fella. Are we in range? Run out the cannons. Give him a broadside. No quarter.
First blood to Lord Charles.
We don't need that lily-livered layabout. Pass me the guidebook. I'll do the commentary myself. Oh, then, where are we? Ah, this'll do. Above the long curve of Cliveden Reach stands that noble pile, Cliveden House. Detached, you know.
Stay with us. He'll nod off in a minute.
Cliveden had its share of politicians and statesmen, you know. Haven't we all? A private house looks across the valley to where, with all the realm to choose from, England's merry monarchs have their country homes.
Windsor.
I say, this is fascinating. Dr. Wilkinson's herbal remedies can cure lumbago, swamp fever, and dandruff.
The guidebook was an early edition.
I say, only tuppence farthing a bottle. Must be good. Now, where was I? Ah, yeah. William the Conqueror built a fortress at Windsor, you know. Then Henry III thought he'd have it done over. He built the drum towers and walls, which with the passing centuries have become associated with many other passing monarchs. Plantagenet, York and Lancaster, Tudor, Stuart and Hanover. Now there's the history of royal architecture, and this is the finest pile of them all, the great chapel of St. George. Edward IV started that in 1473, before my time, of course. Here, above the black oak stalls, hang the historic insignia of the Knights of the Garter. By Jove, I fought for a few garters in my time. There was Lady Cynthia. Oh, spirited little things.
I don't think we'll pursue this.
Yes, I did that as well. At Windsor lies King Henry VI, and the man who supplanted him, Edward IV. He built the chapel. By Jove, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Reeks of history. Memories of triumph and tragedy. They buried Henry VIII and Jane Seymour here. I suppose that after this tour, when my time comes to meet the great historian, they'll find a spot for me at Westminster Abbey. Ah, Westminster Abbey. Nelson never achieved the final honour of being laid to rest here.
Bear with us. His lordship skipped a few pages.
Soldiers and statesmen lie here. Names that are the very stuff of history. Milton, Coleridge, Burns and Dr. Johnson, Macaulay, Dickens, Darwin, Newton, Pitt, Gladstone, Disraeli and other names that have faded in the bright light and glory until only the pale and anonymous marble remains among the indestructible heroes of the British past. My word, I hope they've left room for me. Excuse me. Don't interrupt my train of thought now.
I'm sorry, but you're ahead of yourself.
And what's more,
We're still at Windsor.
yeah, I wish you'd leave it to me. Yes, now, Windsor Castle owes its importance, indeed its existence, to the river. It was the great highway from London bringing to Windsor kings and diplomats, messengers and armies. Along this stretch of river, one day in June, 1215, going back a bit, aren't we? Travelled King John on one of the most important journeys in history, apart from this one. A journey which was to end on the fields of Runnymede and set up a milestone in the history of the freedom of mankind. And the rabble have been ungrateful ever since.
A brief stop for his lordship's convenience.
Ah, that's better. Thank you, Captain. You may now proceed. From the memorial of the green meadow of Runnymede, we can see in our mind's eye the tents of the barons and hear King John cry out, "By God's teeth, I will not grant them liberties which will make me a slave." But the damn fool did.
His lordship approached Hampton Court.
A little below Runnymede is the palace of...
A little below Runnymede, my lord. The palace of Hampton Court.
What the devil that? What's that? What the... There's a familiar noise again on the landscape.
By the 16th century, royal favourites were still not too badly off.
By the pickled bones of my ancestors, it's an apparition.
Sir Wolsey's great foes crossed the ambitious cardinal dear in money, and later, in the end, they had destroyed him.
I don't believe it. That blighter Cavendish has caught up with us. Captain, full speed ahead, astern, to port, oh, anywhere.
I'm still with you,
Good grief! Stowaways, and they've all gone berserk! Clap 'em in arms! Oh, Cavendish, you must stop Cavendish behind all this. Oh, give him another broadside! Get rid of this rabble before we enter London. Getting near now. Soon be hearing the peasants cheering. Ah, where the devil's... Where's my London itinerary?
Cavendish had it.
That idiot Cavendish has got it. Where is the confounded fella?
My lord!
What? I've done might have known you could swim. No water wings either. I'll have you keyholed on my arrival at London, Cavendish. Now then, to business. Where's my first stop?
Battersea, my lord.
Power station?
Fun fair.
Oh, yes, well, I suppose the idea is to have me seen mingling with the peasants. I've got King John to blame for this, you know.
The cheerful din of Battersea Fairground, my lord, echoes over the water. Higher and higher we rise until suddenly we're free of the din below.
Well, why didn't they strap us in, Cavendish? Well, damn it, you should have paid them. Cavendish, a paper bag, quick!